My name's John Gadd. I've been living in Fort Magna for 27 years and have been keeping a diary day by day for 37 years in all. Why do people keep diaries? Well, I started off with it as an aide-memoire to remind myself of who I met in business. I was meeting then perhaps 400 or 500 people a year, and I forgot who they were, so I noted these down. This turned into, that was quite important, because most people keeping a diary give up after about the first year. It's just like swimming, you know, you're very keen to start, and then it gets to be a pain and you give up. But this aide-memoire kept me going, and got me through that wall of resistance, because it's quite hard work keeping a daily diary. It was pretty boring to start with, just text. I noted down some very funny anecdotes that people told me, which are all in the early volumes. But I then started to collect European Grand Tour diaries, and they could all paint. These Victorians and Edwardians could paint and draw. Well, I can't paint and draw in a sense, so I thought, well, I can take photographs. So I started taking photographs, and that means now that over those 37 years that I've been keeping the diary, and there are now something like 33,000 illustrations in the 151 volumes. 33,000, about 4 million words in all, and it's surprising how, you know, over a period of time, providing you write down every day, how much it builds up into words. Do I write every day? I used to when I was very, very keen, but now I just write when I feel like it. And sometimes I write one sentence, sometimes I have a rush of blood to the head, and I can write possibly an essay or a commentary, which is 2,000 or 3,000 words. But it's a very useful source of reference, you see. My wife has a very good memory, and I have a very bad memory. The diary is my memory. And it's an excellent way of settling arguments, you know. When did we meet so-and-so? You know, was it in 1974 or was it in 1984? You know, I must admit, I could go to the diary and look it up within 3 minutes, because every Christmas I take a fortnight off to compile two indexes, one for the text, for the writing, and one for the illustrations and the photos, because there's no point in having 21,000 pages of information if you can't retrieve what's in there. And I'm very pleased, although it's a very amateur effort, I'm very pleased to be able to say I can find almost anything or any photo and illustration within 3 minutes. And the interesting thing is that after a while, it becomes an honest diary. It doesn't start off as an honest diary, because then if you have a row with your wife, you don't mention it. You know, if you're ashamed of something, you don't mention it. And then after a while, after about 5 years, you think, well, what the hell am I doing this for? I mean, you know, I might as well keep an honest diary, you know, put all these things down. Now, that's interesting, because if I look back at what I thought about 30 years ago, 35 years ago, it's amazing how you change. You know, you change your opinion about politics, you change your opinion about religion, about race and colour and prejudice and criminal. You change your views, and sometimes you don't like what you read 30 years ago. And you know, isn't it amazing? Other people have kept diaries all their lives. I know people who've kept diaries from the time they were at Eton. And they all say the same thing, that if it's an honest diary and you look back to these very early days, if you met yourself, you wouldn't like yourself very much. Isn't that incredible?